of the experts felt that Gutierrez was the stronger fighter and the bigger puncher.
Yeah, you know, I thought that the pressure of Gutierrez would be an issue for Carlos Abregu. And I thought that Abregu would have a hard time with Gutierrez on the inside. But Abregu has done an excellent job of keeping on the outside, and Gutierrez has been a willing partner in that. And what has been surprising from Abregu is the combination punching. And, of course, we knew he had power in the right hand.
And now blood just streaming from the left eye of Abregu. Gutierrez coming forward. He gets in position but fails to throw shots, especially in combination.
And with a little over a round left to go for Abregu, it's four corners offense time, really. They know what the score is, and yet there he is battling away against Gutierrez.
Very good movement by Abregu this evening. He has shown his improving boxing skills, now staying away wisely. And that's the end of the 9th round. Speaking of superior boxing skills, Andre Dorrell will display them when he fights a bruiser in King Arthur Abraham on March 6th as the Super 6 World Boxing Classic returns to Showtime.
This is the last round. Last round. We're 5 points ahead. But you just got to move around. Don't go in crazy. You just move around. You're winning the fight right now. Do what you did the last round. He's not gonna run. He's gonna run. So there's urgency. In this round, it's urgency. You got 3 minutes to knock him out. He's throwing everything. After 3 minutes, the fight is over. These are the last 3 minutes. Hit him. Attack him.
Now we see the importance of open scoring.
High drama here. Obviously, when you know you're ahead by this much, and this is the debate about open scoring, for Abregu, it is in fact the four-corner offense. But how many basketball teams, and you've done a zillion basketball games, have you seen teams get out of their rhythm and end up not doing well? With boxers, if Abregu just runs, you know, he runs the risk of maybe getting caught with something because he's not firing back. So it's an interesting issue. But there he attacks Gutierrez.
There, exactly. On the other hand, if he continues to fight his fight, he also could get caught with something.
Well, that's right. And I mean, he was fighting pretty much a good boxer-puncher kind of fight. Now he's just accentuating the movement.
Now he's running.
It's the Carlos Abregu Invitational Track.
That's right. That's right. Good left hook by Gutierrez. Abregu has to, in a sense, fight against his nature because he's been game from the very beginning. And now being told to stay away, that may be hard to do.
Yeah, and you know, he's shown pretty good movement, but not this much movement during the course of the fight. And Gutierrez not cutting the ring off. And Gutierrez hasn't done a good job of coming forward anyway in this fight. So at this juncture, it's hard to think he's going to make something happen in round 10. Did anybody think this fight was going 10 rounds?
Nobody
or during?
Not at all. Gutierrez has been 10 rounds 5 times. Abregu 10 rounds twice. Closing in on a minute. The 10th and final round.
They said that this fight would tell them if Abregu is ready to take another step up in the middleweight division, and to some degree it probably has. Is he ready for a world title match? Probably not. Or in the welterweight division, excuse me. Is he ready for a title shot? Probably not. But he clearly is ready to take another step up in competition. And he's already ranked in the top 10 by 2 organizations.
Ranked in the WBC number 6 and the IBF number 10 at 147 pounds.
And they have things to work on from this fight. Think of stepping stones to build with, because there's more combinations from from Abregu. There's better movement, there's better defense, and for Richard Gutierrez suffering his another loss, this is very tough for him.
8 seconds ago in the 10th round, left hook, scoring for Abregu. Carlos Abregu, a terrific performance tonight as he will win for the 29th time.
Yo soy el mejor, yo.
El potro.
Salto, baby. Good job, Pablo. Woo!
Got him.
So Al, Carlos Abregu, determined from the very beginning. He was knocked down in the second round. He was cut over the left eye, but his boxing skills are what allowed him to win this fight against a veteran this evening.
We have seen several times on Showtime, twice on Showbox when he fought Estrada, and also the fight against Irvin Garcia. We've seen the resiliency of this young man. He has a big, big heart, and that heart, plus some newfound boxing skills, could make him a force in the welterweight division under the right circumstances.
Still to come on this edition of Showtime Championship Boxing, the WBC Lightweight Championship, as Edwin Valero defends his title against interim champ Antonio DeMarco. Plus, we'll bring you an update from the Super 6 World Boxing Classic as the best super middleweights in the world are approaching the beginning of Group Stage 2. And we'll show you what's upcoming on our sports calendar. That's all coming up. But right now, let's get the official decision from our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr. And Jimmy is still retrieving the scores from the judges as these two fighters congratulate each other on a hard-fought bout. Carlos Abregu from Argentina, training at Gleason's Gym now in Brooklyn. Al, very entertaining and technical fight.
Two fighters now going in different directions. Gutierrez, a very tough loss at 31, almost a career ender, at least in terms of being a top welterweight, and for Abregu, puts him forward.
Now let's go inside the ring to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Tras de 10 rounds, tenemos una decisión unánime. Judge Ernesto Saldivar scores about 98 to 90, 98 a 90. Judges Javier Camacho and Omar Mintun scored about 97 to 91. Los jueces Camacho y Mintun tienen la pelea 97 a 91 a favor del ganador, in favor of the winner and now champion, the undefeated Luis Carlos El Potro Abregu.
Abregu gets his 29th win as a professional. He is still undefeated and did it in slightly different fashion than some of his other matches. How did he do it? We look inside the ropes and we'll break down how Carlos Abregu was able to win this convincing fight against Gutierrez. Gutierrez got nailed with this very big left hook in round 3, sent to the canvas after Abregu had gone down himself in round 2. And then that overhand right of Abregu and the combination punching, which was much improved, continued throughout this fight. And even though Gutierrez tried to mount a rally in the middle rounds, it was Abregu still throwing the combinations, getting away with some uppercuts from far out, but doing a very good job against Gutierrez and winning this decision.
All right, let's take a look at the judges and press row scoring. We start with the judges' scores.
We see that the judges all with a handy victory for Abregu by large margins, and every one of them really mirrored my scoring. And Here's the press row scoring, which of course was much closer for Abregu, especially given the knockdown and given the way he controlled those middle rounds, but he still got a decision in the unofficial scoring by press row. And of course, we knew what the official scoring was because it was open scoring.